to the moon and night. Welcome, everyone, to the penultimate place to get your Marvel news, our MCU reviews, and fireside chats on all things Marvel. This is episode 47 of the Marvel Mondays Initiative, and today's topic is our episode 5 review of Moon Knight. If you're listening to this on your favorite podcast service, feel free to give us a good rating on that platform. It helps us with the algorithms and helps us grow our audience. If you're watching this on YouTube, consider dropping a like and a sub, and don't forget to hit the bell to get the notifications for all of our shows, like the Penultimate Game Show, the Cross Media Show, and Anime Nation. If you're watching on Twitch and have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming, which means you have one free sub to give out. And hey, we'd love it if you gave it to us, but if not, that's quite all right. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Ben, the director of the Penultimate Conquest. And of course, I am joined by the Marvel Mondays crew. Oh no, I'm sorry. I've screwed this up. 1 second. I have here the man. Hold on, give me a sec. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm in suspense.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Oh, hey! Sorry, I yelled. This is the first time I'm seeing Eric's tattoo in, ever.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, that brings us. Thank you, Christian. That brings us to introducing our first host, the man that came back from the dead, Eric C. Ginn. Eric, how's it going?
It's been a hectic week. Like Chris said, I got a tattoo this past week. It's a Destiny tattoo.
Yeah.
Gotta get some more stuff done. I've been bitten by the bug. I already have so many other ideas I want to get tattooed all over me. So there's that. My birthday was last Friday.
Oh.
And let's see, like I said pre-show, Ruby got her 6-month shots today. Took it like a champ. So it's been a week. So yeah, I'm happy to be back. I just watched this episode maybe not even 2 hours ago. So
It's fresh in your mind. Good.
It's
Yeah.
fresh.
Good.
Eric, can I just say before we move on, you would look sexy with a sleeve.
I'm sorry, you kind of broke up right there.
You would look sexy with a sleeve.
It's so weird because every word you say, it's kind of like robotic. Can you do me a favor and just exit out of Discord and then come back in? There we go. Wow, that was quick.
Like full. Can you still hear me?
No, it's still robotic key. Yeah, I guess you need a full exit out.
Beardy.
Okay.
But anyway, to Christian's point here, I do have thoughts of a giant just nerd sleeve right here.
So for those of who don't follow you on Twitter, what tattoo did you get?
This is from Destiny, so it's a ghost.
Ah.
It's my ghost, but it looks like Cade 6.
Okay.
It's my favorite Destiny character, and then you got Eyes Up Guardian, which is of course the.
Now, Cade 6 was the Nathan Fillion guy.
Yes, Cade 6 was Nathan Fillion, Nolan North. Yes, everyone's favorite character who died 4 years ago.
Wow, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It forever immortalized him on my arm.
Good.
I've already thought about what I'm gonna do, like Kingdom Hearts wise. I'm gonna get School of the Wolf logo from The Witcher somewhere on here. So I've got a lot of ideas.
Okay, Christian, let's see if you're back.
Can you hear me now?
Oh my God, it's really robotic-y. I don't know what it is. It's like auto-tune. There you go. That's what I was looking for.
I have an idea. It'll just take me a little while, so.
Okay, all right. So obviously the man that is just keep on disappearing and reappearing is no longer the master of cinema. He's been stripped of that title because he doesn't know a good movie when he's seen one, and that's Sonic 2. So he is no longer the master of cinema. He is the student of cinema.
He's still the master of cinema.
No, I'm sorry. It's just not.
I haven't even seen Sonic 2 yet.
Yeah, but you have an excuse. You have a child. Okay?
Well, it's coming to Paramount Plus next month, so that's where I'll catch it.
Okay, all right. I hope you enjoy it.
I'm sure I will.
And if you don't, you're dead to me, just like Christian is.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay. So let's get into some housekeeping. This week we are going to continue our Christopher Nolan in review. I don't know when yet. It's supposed to be tomorrow, but I think I'm gonna have to just switch Tuesday shows for another day, just because it's a pretty hectic day. Hi, are you gonna come over? Okay. Um, uh, we are going to be deep diving into the news that came out today. I don't know if you know this. I was going to say Christian Eric. Square Enix decided to, sell off some studios to Embracer Group. And it's really upsetting. It's very upsetting.
Really good though. It's a really good idea.
Is it?
I'm gonna plug Cameron Hawkins right now. He wrote a good article about why this is a good thing. Hold on one second.
Yep. Take your time. We are also going to. I already said that. We're going to be talking about the. Our Nolan in review is going to be not The Prestige. God damn it! What's that movie? Insomnia. There you go. Insomnia. So Christian decided to do a new video essay titled "Water Levels Don't Suck," and I don't think that needs more of a description. So please go check it out. It's a great piece. I highly recommend watching it because he put a lot of work into this, and you can really tell. Just that freaking thumbnail is so good. So good. And as always, please feel free to leave your thoughts and questions on our speak pipe. Oh, look who's back.
Hello?
Hello? Oh, much better.
Yeah? Okay, I just restarted my computer.
Yeah, that's what it was. As always, please feel free to leave your thoughts and questions on our SpeakPipe, speakpipe.com/penultimateconquest. Christian, I was just letting Eric know how you have given up the title of Master of Cinema and you are now the student of cinema. How does it feel?
Student, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Why?
Sonic 2, buddy. Come on. Just be better.
That movie sucks.
No, it
Anyway.
doesn't.
Back to what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
Eric, you would look so sexy with a sleeve.
That's the idea.
He was saying he wanted to
I would
put
let him punch me.
He was saying he wanted to put some Kingdom Hearts on there, some more what was it, Eric?
I was gonna get
School of the Wolf.
the School of the Wolf Witcher logo on my arm somewhere. I gotta figure out where I want to put it.
Just put it on the bicep right here.
It's really well. That's not the bicep.
Well, technically it is the bicep right here. I said right here.
Well,
That's
like
the long that's the long head up there.
yeah, that apparently is one of the most sensitive areas to get a tattoo. So I'm probably gonna say that for last. Never get tattoos on anything with bone, Ruben. If you plan on getting one.
No.
So like the wiener.
Yeah. Also, yeah, apparently you have to be for the tattoo if you're going down there. Yeah, this took about 3 hours, and I still got finishing up to do.
Okay. All right. Christian, I also mentioned that you did a new video essay called "Water Levels Don't Suck."
Yes, they don't.
Do you want to?
They don't suck.
You want to give any more information on that? I said don't. It doesn't need a description. Like,
What more information do you want? Water levels don't suck.
Okay.
Please, okay, you don't have to agree. Just go watch the video. I
Okay.
would love it if you watched the video.
Okay.
Is it a little long? Yes. That's why in the description below, I included timestamps. So you can break it up into parts. Enjoy at your leisure.
I was just telling them, go check it out. It's a really great piece, and you could tell that you put a lot of work into this. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Is it because I started with a 10-minute diatribe on Antarctic exploration?
I mean, yes, I love that part. Like, again, you hit the historian in me, Like, I really, yeah, it was really good. Real good. In case you missed it, last week we did episode 4 of our Moon Knight review with the wonderful folks at Hopefully Awesome. We had a great time, Christian and I. Apparently, again, Eric was dead, so we had to make up. With that. So let's get into some Marvel news. And ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary folk, Spider-Man: No Way Home makes $620 million in profits. Holy shit. Obviously, that's not the biggest headline that happened this week, But I just wanted to give props to Spider-Man No Way Home. And speaking of Spider-Man No Way Home, I'm just going straight into it. It brings me great distress to say that John Watts is no longer directing Fantastic Four.
Mm.
Yes. Go ahead, Eric.
I think he's muted. Yeah, he's got yeah.
This is a good thing, Ruben. It's okay.
It's a good thing. I understand why he did it. Like it could have been
They
great. It could have been
they
great.
struck while the iron was hot to get him on it, but I never thought he was the right fit for Fantastic Four anyway.
Okay.
And he's still working on the next Spider-Man movie, apparently. So
Oh,
it's
I
only
didn't
John
know
Watts is
that.
going anywhere.
Okay.
And then,
Well,
he's working on that movie with George Clooney and Brad Pitt, I think next year. I'm really excited to see what he does, like outside of the um, superhero genre. Because, if you like horror movies, check out his first movie, Clown. It's like pretty decent for like an indie horror film. And then he did that one thriller with Kevin Bacon, Cop Car. No, not was it Cop Car? I think
I think
that's
so.
also a really good one. So check that out. Yeah,
Okay.
I want him to go back and doing horror stuff.
I guess I don't see Spider-Man 4 happening up until they announce that it's happening. Like we had the rumors of him
They
wanting.
announced it was happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like, was it an official announcement? You
Mhm.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing was, Sony was like, "We're gonna do 3 of these," and Marvel was like, "No, we'll definitely do one more.
Yeah.
We definitely have one more. We'll do. We're not gonna probably do 3 more of them."
I guess until Tom Holland says like, "Yeah, I'm down for another one. It's happening. I am currently shooting it." Like there was those rumors of him retiring from Spider-Man. So I don't want to put my hopes up.
Well, he's probably just taking a break.
Taking a break. Yeah, but he said that big word, retired from Spider-Man. So I didn't want to. I don't want to put my hopes up. I don't think
Well,
there was any other Marvel news, unless I'm
there
mistaken.
there's no Marvel news, but
That's
I
a
saw
lie.
a tweet saying if John Krasinski is indeed going to be Mr. Fantastic,
Yeah.
Reed Richards, if that ends up being the case, someone was saying like, why not just let that man direct?
This
He
is
directed A Quiet Place Part 1 and Part 2.
Yep, this is
Those are
true.
about family.
Yeah,
About
Like
family,
that's the
yeah.
important part. You got to get the family part right. Like,
yeah.
if you don't get the family part right, then Fantastic Four don't work.
But I guess that also means like we would need. Well, I don't say we would need, but I think the reason why A Quiet Place worked so well was because Emily Blunt and John Krasinski are married in real life. So I guess we would need. I don't want to say this, but we would need Emily Blunt to play Sue Storm. That's what
I'm
I
not
would want.
saying we need it. I'm not gonna
I'm not
agree with
saying
you
we
there,
need
but
it, but
it'd be nice.
yeah, I think it
Emily
would
Blunt's
add.
fantastic.
It would add the element of like giving us, selling us like this is a family. If that makes sense. There
Yeah.
was one more piece of news. Apparently, Ant-Man and the Wasp 3, Quantumania, and what was the other movie?
The Marvels.
The Marvels have switched, so it's going to be. Let me double check to see when it is.
Yeah, one's late summer, one's early fall now.
Oh, I thought it was
Like
March
February.
2023.
Oh,
Like
was it March?
it's February 17th, 2023, and I think it's July 11th,
Oh wow.
2023, if I'm not mistaken. May be mistaken. Right.
Let me check.
That is not right.
I
all
got
the
here. Yep, you're right. Originally due to open, The Marvels was originally due to open in theaters on February 17th, 2023, and Quantumania was the third movie in the Ant-Man series, which was set to open July 28th, 2023. So, Quantumania is going to be opening February 17th, while The Marvels will debut in July. So,
There you have it.
it's better for me, because I want more Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'll take it.
Who here loves the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie? I enjoy it.
I love it.
I think
I love the
yeah.
first one.
I love the first one.
Yeah.
The second one, the villain could have used more work.
I agree. Yeah,
That's not.
but I still had fun.
Yeah.
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 Also, one last bit of news, eh? Isn't the premiere today for Doctor Strange and
I was
Multiverse
just
of
about to
Madness?
say, and social embargoes drop in about 5.5 hours,
Okay.
and then
I will not be looking.
reviews drop tomorrow. I think at like 9 in the morning Eastern time.
I was well, I won't say it. Eric, are you in Tessa? I almost said Tessa watching?
We're trying to get someone to watch this little one so we
Mm-hmm.
can.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
fingers
was
crossed.
I was planning on going to watch it on Friday, but with the new puppy, I'm not sure if that's going to be possible. We'll see.
Listen, I'll be the only one to watch it, and I'll host the show myself. Just only me.
No. I'll if there's a will, there's a way. Okay.
There's a new Sam Raimi movie coming out. I will find a way.
Yeah. So.
As other apparently Guardians 3 is wrapping filming this week.
Oh.
Did you all see the picture of Chris Pratt in the Star-Lord outfit?
I did
No.
not see. I saw that he had a more comic accurate
Mm-hmm.
You want to put it in the
suit.
chat?
I haven't seen the suit. Are you eating my hand?
Yeah, if I see it.
Are you eating my hand?
For
Not
now,
good.
I guess let's get into the plot synopsis of this episode. So, as always, what happened?
She's eating my hand.
Oh,
So.
okay. That's it's got to be
Be
done.
careful. You need that hand.
Yeah. The HIPAA. Obviously, I'm getting this. I'm just pulling this from Wikipedia, people. So, feel free to edit it or not edit it. I don't care. The hippopotamus-headed woman is the Egyptian goddess Taweret, who explains that Spectre and Grant are dead, and the psychiatric hospital is a boat sailing through the Duat, the Egyptian afterlife. She weighs their hearts on the scales of justice to determine whether they can enter the field of reeds, but the hearts are in balance by hidden memories that she suggests they explore together. I probably should have led with what did we think of this episode?
Okay, no, we got the synopsis out of the way.
Yeah,
We have
well,
an you're right.
most of it. Well, the beginning part of it. Christian, what did you think of this episode?
I am torn, just like Mark/Steven. On one hand, I am Steven, and this episode is good. And I'm gonna stop with a bit now. For me, episode 5 like finally goes really hard into like. If I enjoyed episode 4 for all its character study, then episode 5 like leans further into that, and I think it's awesome. Like really scrutinizing what we think of Mark and Steven, like really like forefronting that is like, yes, finally, this is good. However, in context of a TV show with the final coming tomorrow,
Finale.
what did I say?
Final.
Yeah, the finale.
Nile.
The finale coming tomorrow, I realize that this is like one of the messiest MCU shows to date. I think it's not a good show at all. I
Okay,
think this is.
well,
I think Boba Fett might be even better,
Okay.
structurally.
Sir, let's stick to the episode.
Am I wrong? What is
Let's-
even going to happen in episode 6, dude?
Let's stick
Come
to
on.
the episode. Did
What
you
a
like the
total
episode?
misuse of Ethan Hawke. What is even going on?
He's playing Stan Lee.
There's going to be
2 weeks, and it's already.
Tell me I'm wrong.
So
Why is
okay.
Ethan Hawke here?
Hey,
what are we doing
hey,
with him?
Hey.
Because we need a bad guy?
Let's stick to the episode.
I'm telling you what I think of episode 5.
Yeah, but you're like going all over the place, you know? Okay. So Christian in here is torn. Eric, what did you think?
I am not torn because this was the best episode so far. This is like Marvel at its best with weird, nice, wonderful character moments. And okay, no, you can't grab that. If you grab that, you're gonna pull it down. Wonderful character moments in this episode. Like I equate this to the um penultimate episode of WandaVision. We find out what happened with Wanda. And so we kind of get this moment right here. I like the fact they finally introduced, like, hey, yes, remember, Mark Spector is Jewish. That's like an important part of his character. So that's brought in here. I thought that was really nice. Just a lot of nice moments. Yeah, and I like the fact they go further into Egyptology with all talking about the Duat and stuff, and like, it was really great. Like, I thought this was really good. Um, just Moon Knight's weird, and that's what this episode was. It was just weird and just great. I loved it.
Okay. All right. I, for one, thought this is probably the best episode of the show.
Mhm.
Christian, I have to agree with you. Like, this show is very messy, but this episode really freaking hit hard for me, I guess. Just like, there were so many scenes that just tore me up. Like, the one that stands out the most is Mark breaking down at, across the street from his mother's. Crap, I forgot what it's called.
Sheila.
Yeah, his mother Sheba, and immediately breaks down. Yeah,
Well, Shiva is Jewish. Shiva is the
sorry,
Oh, yeah,
Shiba.
my
Indian
bad.
goddess. Yeah.
My apologies. My apologies.
Mhm.
Mark breaking down, crying, and then immediately turns into Steven, and Steven's on the phone talking to his mother, and I was just like, Jesus Christ. Whew. That was very emotional for me. Just the whole idea of Steven being created just so he could live a normal life was pretty dark for me, I guess. There was a lot of stuff that happened in the show that I was kind of confused with the in and out of being in the doctor's office, but also looking through memories, but also being back in the doctor's office, not realizing what the hell is going on. But in essence, I thought this was probably the best episode we had. Okay.
Or
All right. Christian, I'm not taking away that this show is very messy, super
thank you.
messy.
Thank you.
Okay, but I do think that this episode stood out. I guess. All right.
Yeah, because there's lots of stuff to praise in this episode.
Yeah. Maybe it could have been episode 2. You know.
I wouldn't go so far as to say it's two, but yeah, I definitely agree. It should have been earlier. Something
I
like
think
this. Yeah.
I think we should have opened up with Mark, not Mark dying, but yeah, no, I would say originally when Mark originally dies before he becomes Moon Knight, we open up with episode 2. This happening. Oh no, never mind. I lost
Actually,
it.
I think maybe it even works fine as where it is now. If we had more episodes coming after, the fact that the finale is next, and it's
Yeah,
like I still don't know what's going on with Amit,
yeah,
because that's a thing that's happening because that has to be a thing. Like it could have just season one could have just been an exploration on Mark
yeah.
figuring out who he is himself. Like look at Daredevil season one. Like
Mm-hmm.
sure we're trying to take down Kingpin, but like it's more like Daredevil figuring out himself. It doesn't have to be like let's take down a big bad.
Yep. Do we expect a cliffhanger?
Probably if they're gonna do
Yeah.
a season two. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
remember, this is just the jumping off point for Moon Knight. Like he's gonna be in a lot more stuff.
Yeah, but we also have to worry about Oscar Isaac not having a contract. He
Either way,
currently he's currently the first actor to not have a contract for it, and I
okay.
guess determines whether or not he wants to show up for the role.
Well, the good thing about Khonshu and Avatars is I guess it could go to someone else.
Yeah, this is true.
Be a shame though.
Yeah.
Real shame because I think if anything, Oscar Isaac is probably what has been best about the Marvel shows. Like his performance is top tier with I would have to say Wanda's. Well, Elizabeth Olsen's.
Oh yeah, she was great too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elizabeth Olsen was fantastic.
Yeah.
For me, well, not,
No, go ahead.
a standout was young Oscar Isaac. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah,
Like
absolutely.
there's numerous scenes, but the one where it finally happens, right? The room where the origin of Steven. That scene was that was my scene for this episode. Like
Yeah.
that was the one.
Okay. So, Grant sees a memory while no, Grant sees a memory of Spectre's younger brother Randall drowning and Spectre's mother blaming him for it, while Spectre reveals to Grant how he became Khonshu's avatar while on a mission with his partner Bushman, who murdered Layla's father. I do also remember I saw an article, I want to say yesterday or today, I'm not sure, that Bushman was originally supposed to be the big bad for the show, but they couldn't work it out, so they turned to Arthur Harrow, which they didn't. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Bushman was still too close to Killmonger, so they decided to.
Well, so what? To be honest, like I think Bushman would have been a lot better for this arc, considering like it's not just Mark that has to deal with this, but Layla as well,
Yeah,
who's like dealing with the ramifications of like my husband was there when my dad died. Bushman would have been perfect.
yeah. I don't know. What are you gonna do?
Make a better TV show.
I
Not
mean,
me personally.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how
yeah,
to.
but maybe we wouldn't have gotten Ethan Hawke. You know.
I would have loved no Ethan Hawke. In this, I'd rather know Ethan Hawke than what we're getting.
Okay. All right, that's fair. Spectre and Grant convinced Toweret to let them return to the living world to stop Harrow, and she steers the boat towards the gates of Osiris. Spectre reluctantly explains that he unknowingly created Grant as a result of their mother's abuse. Grant and Spectre reconcile with each other, but their scales fail to balance, and the hostile spirits attack them, dragging Grant into the Duat where he turns to stand. And fuck, man, if this didn't hit hard, like I've been complaining for what 2.5 episodes, I guess 3 episodes of Steven and Mark like fucking each other over. And we finally get into this episode where they decide not to join forces, but like put the put the bullshit aside and figure out what's wrong, because they kind of have to. But that's not here. I was excited to see Steven finally like sticking up for somebody, like becoming Mark, if that makes sense. Sorry, I don't know what the hell happened there. All right,
Yeah, it was weird because for me, like, there's a little bit of arguing back and forth of them when they're exploring their memories, and I think this is the first time it worked with them kind of bickering because it's Mark very much like sheltering Steven from his own self, right? Because eventually it's like Mark comes in and is like, you weren't supposed to see this. You're supposed to be the person that's only good.
Yeah.
You don't see all the bad things. And so I think it was justified there. Like I actually really enjoyed them pitting against each other, then seeing them like come together and like after the Shiva scene and like they're on the bow at the end, like it was well earned, I thought, finally. So you're right, Ruben. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad that it turned out this way instead of how I originally wanted it, like just Steven giving up power to Mark when they needed somebody to fight, or Mark giving up power to Steven when they needed something to decipher something. I'm glad this happened, but I just wish that it happened earlier, if that makes sense. Like not episode 5, maybe
Yeah.
episode 3.
Well, you got to show that struggle throughout the whole season. Because if they're struggling back and forth, that's what makes this hit harder. Is like Steven accepts finally what he is.
Yeah.
Mark finally accepts, like, hey, I did this to make my life quote unquote better. And
Yeah.
so, and that's why, like, I think the show so far, for me, it's worked because, first episode, we're with Steven here. We have no idea what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
So if we go from that to the Egyptian underworld, that's going to be a big, giant leap in holy shit, how did we get here?
Yeah.
But like, even if it's been kind of a slow burn, we've had that thing where like we're getting with Mark and Steven, obviously the biggest relationship in the show, like that's growing on everyone. It's bonding, like the constant bickering. So when we get to this episode, it's like, oh wow, Steven is like, hey, you're me, so I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then he fights. And again, like Steven's mannerisms, I always liked cricket. I thought that was fun
Yeah.
because like he's become more confident and comfortable.
Mm.
But yeah, this was really good. Um, Just I do like them fighting throughout all the memories. That was really tough because Mark is not wanting to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, because he wants to keep Steven pure. What also hit me the hardest was the later skaters. Oh my god.
And they do that so well because the first time you hear it is just it's the mom saying it to the boys, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's where that comes from. That's from his
No, the first
mom.
time
And
we
then
hear it is
no, I'm
originally
in
okay, and
episode
this
5.
episode 5. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is where it comes from.
Yeah.
He gets it from her, and then of course it's the flashback scene to like what happened, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, wow, yeah, that they tied that in so well.
Yeah. I do want to appreciate myself for originally saying what happened.
I take it back. There is one really great scene. I think it's mostly Oscar Isaac's acting. I think, but between Mark and Arthur,
Mm-hmm.
when they're in the mental institute,
Yeah.
and he Arthur is trying to convince Mark that his mom is dead, and like, oh no, it triggers him. He said, never mind.
Uh,
Look, we'll call your mom right
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And so they spend time like dialing and pretending to talk, and then confronts Mark with the phone, and it makes Mark realize my
No,
mom is dead.
Steven.
Makes
Steven.
him say, Steven, I'm sorry, yeah,
Yeah.
Steven confront that, yeah,
Yeah.
my mom is dead.
Yeah.
That's a great scene.
So good. So good. Oh my god. I have a question for Eric since I think this is fresh in his mind. How many scenes did we get with Arthur and Steven slash Mark slash whatever in this episode? Was it 3?
I think about 3-4 times.
Okay, because if it
Um,
was 3 times, it's very interesting.
we did see the third.
Yeah,
Like that
yeah.
one time when he wasn't British and he wasn't like sleek cut
When he was
American.
grabbing the
Yeah,
award.
that
Yeah.
was that is probably Jake right there.
Yep.
That's probably his thing because if you noticed, like Steven is much more like um was chatty
Hmm.
with Arthur. Um Mark was much more I don't have time to listen to this. And whereas Jake is like, hey, I'm gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
Like now the other ones or hurt myself even.
Yeah.
Now the other personalities have been like that. So and especially like in the last episode we saw the room with the red and black coffin.
Hmm.
I definitely
Mhm.
think that's Jake.
Sarcophagus.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. But yeah. So we get the third one here. It'll be interesting to see how they tie this up. Like, because I mean, I get what you guys are saying. The show is messy. But like I said, I'm still going into as like this is just the introduction to Moon Knight.
Hmm.
So this is just to get everyone to understand what he's going through. And like you put this, I think you put this in the show notes last week. Where like there's not another suit up this week. So you're getting more and more with Steven and Mark. That way, when we do get it to where like Moon Knight's more prominent, it's gonna be better. Why? What are you smiling at,
I'm
Ruben?
just smiling at Ruby.
Oh,
She flinches every time you move your hand.
but yeah, I think that's very important. I did like get a little chills when Khonshu called him his Moon Knight. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
Technically, that was the suit up, though, Eric.
yeah,
Technically.
yeah. I meaning more like
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll get into this thing at the end where like all the personalities are working together, and we get like that very confident, cocky Moon Knight who's like talking shit to everybody. That's what
Yeah.
I really want.
I also want to discuss that scene where we see Mark getting, I guess, roped up into the Moon Knight business for Khonshu. There were a lot of people that were saying that Khonshu is, well, I wouldn't say there were a lot of people. I saw a couple people pretty much basically saying that Khonshu is the reason why Randall is dead. I didn't get into it. I wanted to discuss this with you guys because we do see there the bird skeleton in that flashback scene, in the first flashback, where we see Randall dying, essentially. Not seeing him, but that memory.
I know what you meant.
Say it again?
I said I knew what you meant.
Yeah. So, do we think Conchi's behind this whole thing? No?
I
Would hate
don't think
that.
so. I think that was just to remind us that we're still in like this weird underworld thing
Okay.
where
All right.
because I think it hits harder the fact that he's in Egypt and he just happens to stumble along this tomb
Yeah.
thing, whatever.
Okay. All right.
And
I
I
would
think
also.
that's why like with the Khonshu stuff, that's why the Arthur stuff I think is really good, just like because he kind of understands. Like, look, I used to be Khonshu's guy. I get it. Like, this is you want to get free of it, and especially that one. Was it? No, it was the last episode. I just think it works better because Mark is wanting to be done with it. Steven's brand new at this. Like, hey, you want to
Hmm.
be like nice, healed, kind of.
Mhm.
Like, I get it. Once you get rid of Khonshu, you'll feel much better.
Yeah.
So while I would like more scenes with Ethan Hawke, obviously, who doesn't? Um, I do like his kind of comforting nature in a way. I think it
Ooh,
works.
I would. Well, I think it's just Ethan Hawke's charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Usually, to be honest.
I guess I would say more that like Ethan Hawke's like charisma is just so great.
It's
Yeah.
working. It's working. It's magic.
Because to me, I think that he plays it still very distrustful. Like I don't trust that doctor, but
Yeah.
Not at
he
all.
makes me want to feel safe because Ethan Hawke is just that charming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just shows like, hey, just don't hurt him, like
Mm-hmm.
showing stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then obviously the scales balance, and Spectre finds himself in the field of reeds. And I'm wondering, was one of them named
Beautiful shot.
Richards?
Wait, what?
I said, was one of them named Richards?
What?
One of the few.
One of the
Oh.
reeds.
Jeez, Ruben.
Come
That
on,
was-
I had to make it.
that was
I
a
had
bad
to make
joke.
it.
That was a bad joke.
It was a bad joke.
Field of reeds.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I had to make it. It was right there.
And the thing I've noticed here in the episodes, I think I mentioned it last time I was here. I think is the director's name Mohammed Diab, if I'm not mistaken.
I
I think
be-
it's yeah. I think
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He's done all the weird episodes, and those have been my favorite. The
Yeah.
ones where we actually get super weird with everything. I think the only one I didn't think was weird enough was episode 2, and that was not directed by him.
Nope.
Yeah.
So I think his voice is really nice because the episodes he does, we get more deep into Egypt mythology stuff, which is where this show is shining.
Yeah.
The show is absolutely shining at that.
Yeah.
And again, I can't say it enough. I love the fact that there's nothing else tying to the MCU in this.
Yeah.
Like this is its own thing, and that's what's just so great about this. So I was watching it, and I'm thinking, obviously, a lot of people have superhero fatigue, and I feel as though, like me personally, I don't, because there's so many ways you can tell these nice adult stories with comic book characters. Because it's not like comic book characters don't experience all this traumatic, horrible things in life like most people do. Like you have, like take a good example, like Moon Knight. Is it Moon Knight? Moonlight?
The movie.
Yeah, that's a very, very serious, dramatic movie. Like it deals with a lot of personal things, and I feel as though it's not in the same boat. But like Mark and Steven learning to accept themselves in this one, I feel as I don't know. I'm rambling here. I'm just going off because I'm trying to deal with this little thing.
I get where
But
I get where you're coming from though. Like that
I
sense
feel
of
as
Mando.
though and I feel as though for me also, it's kind of like a nice therapy moment where it's just, hey, look, all these superpowered people are dealing with normal human problems as well. And I think that's where Marvel shines really much a lot too. Is like they
Mhm.
do care about the characters first off. That's the most important part is the character.
Yeah.
And so,
Think
I think, yeah,
think about Tony Stark in Iron Man 3, right? Like having was it Iron Man 3, right? When he's in the bar with
Yeah.
Rhodey and he's yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I just feel as though they're doing like they're just doing a good job with Mark, I think. And it's like I said last episode, I would really love to hear from the DID community about what they've thought about the show so far.
Yeah. Eric,
There-
go ahead. Christian?
There was one tie to the MCU. This episode
Yeah.
finally happened. It comes very quick. I thought it was very kind of cool, to be honest. The hippo. What's her name?
Tarot.
What is she of? Tauret, yeah,
Yeah.
the goddess of
The afterlife.
yeah. Thank you.
Mhm.
She mentions this is just one afterlife of many others, and she mentions the ancestral plane.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
thought
I didn't
I thought it was
hear
very
about
I thought
that.
that was cool, just the fact that she like mentioned it, right? But the fact that there's like in this universe there exists different afterlives, like
Right.
acknowledging that, I thought was like, oh, this actually very interesting. Explains why you can have like
All these gods.
Egyptian gods and then
Yeah.
Thor. Yeah,
Yeah.
very cool.
Very cool. Yeah, I guess the question I have to ask you guys is what do we expect for next episode? Because he's in the field of reeds. He's in heaven essentially. So what could we expect from this?
I feel as though it's just going to be another thing of Steven accepts who he is, and I think that's going to be the big thing of this show is that Mark finally comes to terms with everything,
Okay.
and I think he's going to become at the end of this episode, he's going to become the Moon Knight that
Yeah.
everyone in comics knows him to be, and I think that's where we're going to get here. I'm not expecting obviously we're going to stop. They're going to stop Harrow. Stuff's going to happen. Like Khonshu's going to come back, and so. But I think that's the main thing that I keep saying Mark is finally going to accept everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's more of a big payoff for me than stopping Harrow.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Christian.
Yeah, I mean, Eric hit it on the head 1,000%. Like, I think for me, I think I'm predicting the structure of next episode. I think the first 10 minutes, maybe less, will be that thematic kind of closure of Mark accepting himself, right, as who he is, and then like welcoming that past trauma and realizing he has to work through it and not shut it off. I think that'll be that thematic closure there, and then it'll kind of shift into like a climactic action sequence. Because I think whatever Anthony, whatever
Arthur.
Arthur's doing with Amit is already happening, as we saw at the end of episode 5. So it's going to be a suit up and a 20-ish minute like kind of sequence fight, and then talking to Layla after, and then at the end of it you tease Jake, some kind of past trauma, and that sets up season 2.
Okay. The reason why I asked this is a couple things. Obviously, this week is the finale, so we don't have time to wrap things up nice with a little bow. Do we expect Steven to return? Yes. This is
Eric says, yeah, interesting.
He's an integral part. He's an integral part of the show. Like you show in the scene when Steven goes off and everything is balanced. I feel as though that was for a plot for right now. But I feel as though Steven's going to come back because, like I said, Mark is going to accept that Steven and him are one.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I like it.
I don't expect him to come back this episode. I expect him to maybe come back maybe season 2. And we get the Jake reveal at the end of at the end of the finale, where he's no longer dealing with Steven. Mark has to come to terms with that he has another identity, and that is Jake, who literally does not give a shit about anything and will destroy. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have cursed. Will destroy. Will do whatever it takes to survive, even if that means killing, as we've seen in the show. What do we think? You like that? No. We'll see.
guess we'll have to wait and see.
As like a tease, or like where?
No, I'm saying like this is the episode where he comes back and he has to deal with. I guess it's a
Like
tease.
during the episode?
I guess it's a tease. Yeah, I guess it's a tease. Where he thinks he's at peace, and then Jake comes in and wrecks shit up.
Yeah, that would work as like a cliffhanger, I
Yeah.
think. Anything earlier just would
Yeah.
get in the way of
Yeah.
whatever the show's trying to do.
Which
Did you guys see the article Oscar Isaac talking about how much he's enjoyed doing Moon Knight?
I did not. No.
No, but that rocks.
He said he made him appreciate blockbusters again.
Yeah, he was really burned after Star Wars.
I mean, who wouldn't be?
To be
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
What are you
So,
gonna do?
yeah. Any chance Oscar Isaac can do more blockbusters, I'm always going to be happy about that because he's great.
Yeah. I mean, that's all I got. Anybody else got anything? No.
I think we hit all the major points.
I think it was awesome that this episode really spent time to show off, I don't want to say show off, but like illustrate a little bit about what it's like living with abuse. Like even if they didn't lean in it too much as I wanted it to, they still very much like acknowledged it. And like it was even more so like the horror of whenever the mom is not around and how that impacts Mark's life, or when she's like coming up and like knocking at the door saying let me in. That stuff I thought was like really good.
Yeah. I also just pulled this out of the recesses of my mind, but it's interesting. If I remember correctly, we've seen Tarot as a statue that's being, placed in the things. Do we think Conchu's down here too?
Down where? Sorry.
Down in the Duat.
Well, he was in that
Yeah, but
thing in the
if,
tomb,
if she's
pyramid.
Or Shopti.
if she's also an Ushapti, doesn't that mean that they would be down in the Duat together?
That's true. I didn't think about that. Maybe.
So maybe it's not Jake at all that's in the sarcophagus. Maybe it's Conchu.
Maybe.
Oh,
Could be.
yeah, could be.
Maybe it's me.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Oh shit.
Whoa. How'd I get here? I'm dead?
I guess so.
Swag.
All right, guys. I guess that's all we got for this week.
How are we doing next week?
So next week is, let me double check. I have it here.
So
So
I think we should I think we should finish Moon Knight and then the week after that do Doctor Strange.
oh, interesting. I have it here. Doctor Strange is next week.
No, Doctor Strange comes out this Friday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, like we
just
do
finish.
Moon Knight this coming up Monday, and then we do Doctor Strange the next one. Because again, people come to hear our thoughts about the movie, not how fast it is after the movie.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
That's just my thing. If we want to do Doctor Strange after, strike while that iron is.
Christian, what are you thinking? I think that's a
Because I
good
don't
point.
think we don't have anything after, right?
I have it
Dude.
here as we have the Moon Knight season review and then Ant-Man and the Wasp after that.
Yeah, which I think that could wait. I think Eric's probably got it right.
Okay. So we finish.
We'll let people go see Doctor Strange, and we do that a week later.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sounds good to me. All right. So next week is going to be Moon Knight episode 6, the finale. And then the week after is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness review. And then are we still doing a season review for Moon Knight?
Yeah, is that needed?
Okay. No, just asking.
You include it in like at the end of the episode 6, you know?
Okay. All right. Then that works.
I will say again, this is probably my second favorite Marvel show.
Wow.
I really like it.
Wow,
Again,
you're that high on it?
It comes again to the if you're a Moon Knight fan before or after. Like as a Moon Knight fan, like I'm loving every minute of this.
yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
and because I like because like Loki for me, Loki had still the best pilot out of any of the shows. Loki has the best pilot episode, but then it lost me in the middle. Had a good ending, and I can't. And then Falcon Winter Soldier, just that ending, not great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is probably my second favorite MCU show so far.
Okay. Interesting. I don't think me and Christian are that high on it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay.
Okay. All right. With that being said, I guess final thoughts, gentlemen. What do we do? Anything
Oh, of the
else?
episode?
Or just in general?
In general, I have no thoughts. And the episode? Very good episode in a otherwise messy season.
I would say I think this is the first time that they decided to do more than one director for the show. If I remember correctly,
No, I don't think so.
no?
I
If
think
rem-
I think all the
No,
shows
you're
have had
right.
more than one director. Is that not the case?
I don't think so
Sakura
because
had one.
WandaVision had
Loki
one.
had one. Loki had one.
Yeah.
Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye may have had different people.
Okay.
I think Falcon and the Winter Soldier had 2.
I would say if this is the case, if you're going to stick to 6 episodes a season, stick with one director. So far, Mohammed Daib has nailed it. I think, personally. And I'm excited for him. He's also directing the finale, so I'm excited to see what he does with that. Yeah,
I was wrong about Falcon and Winter Soldier, by the way. That was one director.
one director. Okay, so
Loki was all Kate Herron.
yeah. So I
Wow.
think this is the first.
What if? Let's go. Let's see.
Yeah, what if doesn't really count?
Hey,
Uh,
are you
Yes,
sure
it
about
does,
that?
Ruben.
Let
Here
me
we go,
rephrase-
everyone.
let me
Here's
rephrase.
Eric's final thoughts on the episode. Before Doctor Strange comes out, you need to watch What If episode 1,
Ugh.
4, 5, 8, and 9. That's all you need to watch. You don't need to
That's
watch
so
any of
many
the other ones.
episodes.
Wait, 9?
1, 4, 5, 8, and 9 are the only episodes you need to watch of What If before you go see Doctor Strange.
8 and 9?
They're
Spoilers.
fantastic.
Spoilers.
They're What If Ultron 1.
Yeah, Ultron's coming back, baby.
Then you have to watch episode 1 and 4 at least because that's,
Ultron's coming back.
Captain Carter and
Eric's.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hated it.
Whoa.
Hated that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Not the fact that yeah, I hated the way that was spread on
Yeah, it
Twitter.
was the worst. It was literally the worst.
And Eric's gonna come back with saying the shield was in the poster. Have you seen that poster?
Yeah.
Do you see how far you have to zoom in to see that shield?
either way,
That is not in the poster.
episode 4 at least of Evil Doctor Strange. You need to watch that one. And 1, 4, 5, 8, and 9. Watch those. And then watch
5?
the other ones. Yeah.
Well,
5 is the Marvel Zombies.
We don't need
We're gonna watch
zombies.
5 episodes of this show?
No.
Yeah. You guys are really weird. You know
No,
that, right?
what if
These are
doesn't
4
count?
episodes.
Okay, let me rephrase. What if doesn't count when we're talking
Yes, it
about
does.
no,
Yes,
no, let me rephrase. When we're talking about directors and the overarching story of what the show is giving us. What if doesn't really focus on one character?
Exactly. But you need to watch these things because Zombie Wanda is probably the show.
We're
Zombie
having
Doctor
two
Strange
different
is the show.
discussions, sir. We're talking.
Zombie Wanda shows up, I'll be like, neat, and then I'll move on.
I am.
So- You asked me for my final thoughts on anything, and I am sharing them right now.
Right, but that's not. We're
is
having
why
two
you
different
have to watch
discussions.
the show.
I'm saying Marvel needs to stick. If you're gonna do a 6-episode arc of a character, Marvel needs to stick to one director.
Okay,
And
well,
what if doesn't really count because it's not.
segued me by saying "what if," and that went into my
I didn't say it. Christian did. Okay.
what if
What did
was said.
What? Anyway,
What if was said.
I guess there you have it. Eric says, go watch
I
What If.
think, from what I've looked up, I think Moon Knight might be the first where it's 2 different directors.
Yeah.
So I stand corrected.
I think Mohammed Daib is hitting
Let him
the
do
nail on
more
the
Marvel
head.
stuff, please.
Yeah, please let him do more Marvel stuff. But he's hitting the nail on the head with.
He's hitting the head. He's going to pee.
He's hitting the nail on the head with this character, and I just wish that he was. I just wish he was the director for all 6 episodes. And again, Marvel, come on, let's get that Netflix 13. All right, let's see what we can do there. With that being said, it's time for plugs. Christian, was it 12?
I said 8 to 12.
13.
13 too much. 8 to 12.
No.
Great.
Again, I give you Daredevil season 1. Perfect season.
That's anecdotal.
There's a big yawn.
I'm just saying it gave them time to go deeper into the character. So, like,
Well-
I think Marvel can go deeper into Moon Knight with 13 episodes.
Yeah, let's go deeper into Moon Knight.
Yes.
Please.
Yes. Arthur Harrow could have been a greater villain if this was 13
We're about to
episodes.
finish up.
Yes.
We're about to finish up. The
Anyway.
mean old man from New York won't let us finish up. I know.
With that being said, Eric, it's time for plugs. Where can people find you?
You can follow me at Eric C. again on Twitter. I finished Elden Ring yesterday.
Yeah.
It's
Did you like it?
a good game. It's good.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite From Software game by a mile, but it's a good game.
And not my favorite either.
Cody.
I'm
Well.
going to be playing Ghostwire Tokyo next. Then
Oof.
Interesting.
Wonderlands today. I've had the 2 giant open world third person games. I need to shoot stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, get ready for another open world game.
I'm just ready for that nice style of Ghost Welcome. Ghost Welcome. I got Moana going on, and Maui just said you're welcome. So I mixed the two going on. Being a parent is so challenging. Happy Mother's Day, future Mother's Day to all you mothers out there.
Oh my God, that's right. Did I incorporate that Mother's Day into?
I gave Tessa her Mother's Day gift.
May 8th. That's this coming week.
Okay. All right. So I gotta make sure
That's all I got.
I redo the schedule. Okay. Christian, where can people find you?
You can follow me at ISO Christian to keep up with all the things that I do, like a movie podcast. Northman episode drops tomorrow on Large Popcorn. You can follow the Twitter at Large Popcorn Pod.
I need that to come out soon so I can watch it. I just can't get to the theater to watch it.
Yeah, that's fair. What else did I do? Oh, Podcast PXN, weekly gaming show every single Wednesday. Follow Podcast PXN. All the stuff I do here on the channel, as we said at the top of the show, I have a new video essay out called Water Levels Don't Suck. Go give that a peep. Likes are appreciated.
Go learn
And
about
then,
Antarctica. You know.
yeah, go learn about it. Cool stuff.
Yeah. Very
That's
cool. Okay, and of course you can find me here this whole week on the channel. Yesterday's episode was kind of a, it could have gone better. I was home alone with 2 dogs. One's a puppy, so my apologies. With that being said, I guess we'll see you guys next week for Moon Knight episode 6. Have a good one. And
Laters, Gators.
so good. Excelsior.